We're diving into the world of Enneacraft for you today. You guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So this is very, very interesting. Kong just ran their event for Phantom Revenge, and we get to see Enneacraft and how this deck actually can respond to some of the meta. So we're going to have the mirror match here in a little bit as well. But Enneacraft going to be going second against Primite here, which, I mean, is a little bit disappointing. You're going to see the Ether Barrel come down into the Drill Beam. We'll go ahead and get up our Trumpeter, and then a lot of sets. So you're going to see, we're going to go ahead and declare our first Enneacraft effect. Go ahead, get our set here. We're going to go ahead and deploy the same one to set again. So this is really cool because you can continuously reveal the same one to deploy those pieces onto the field in set position to try to think or make your opponent think that you got something more going on than meets the eye. Well, go ahead and pay here. We'll go ahead and reveal up Pixia. Interesting choice that we're grabbing this. So we've got our piece here. We're going to go ahead and reveal it to set, and then we can go ahead and pull up our next piece. We're going to see the Drill Beam. We're going to see the Chain here, and they're going to go ahead and chain the Imperm, but you can't target cards. So yeah, that's fine. We go ahead and get our add here. We'll go ahead and slam down Field Spell. All right, which effect we'll go ahead and bounce back. All right, now we can go ahead and set, and now we can play the one that places. Now we can go ahead and set, and go ahead and set our last piece. Enter battle phase here. We'll go ahead and send that, and then we'll go ahead and burn the opponent for some damage. Not the greatest, but it's fine. So we'll go ahead and get our first flip here and get some things placed on the field here. All right, we'll go ahead and we're going to get our rip from the opponent's hand. R.I.P. Mulcharmy. We're going to see an Exciton Knight coming down here, which just is beautiful. That's why we love this card. Now, the Odeon player just gets a chance to stabilize, which is pretty good. But they're going to go ahead and embodiment up here. We're going to go ahead and pay our life points. They're going to go ahead and bring up their broken card to negate. We'll go ahead and add back our next piece here. So now we can stabilize. We'll go ahead and reveal the Rebirth. I love being able to get a massive shuffle back here. All right, so we get to draw 3. And, I mean, it appears that we got some pieces, which is pretty good. All right, so go ahead and get the 3 deployed and set. All right, so we're going to go ahead and see the flip here. For this, they're going to chain Exciton Knight, which only have 3 cards, so you can't Exciton. All right, keep that in mind. You got to read your cards and get your numbering down here. So we're going to go ahead and see the ripping away there. We'll go ahead and get our attack mode monster set up here, and we'll go ahead and get 3k in with the whale and 100 off of our little extra sub monster here. They're going to go ahead and get their Primite Ether Barrel back to their hand, which is a little bit disappointing. Go ahead and get the Lorely Load established here into another load, I guess. Best you can do. All right, well, this Redoer is going to be trying to go the mile here. Oh, it's just a Zeus. Just kidding. All right, well, can we top deck another piece here? We see the concession. Well, I mean, that's why Enneacraft loses. When you constantly are getting bombarded like that, there's not much you can do. We'll go ahead and establish up our piece here. All right, I love getting the fake interruption established here. So we'll go ahead and reveal the 3. Go ahead and add our piece to our hand, slam down our next piece. Go ahead and reveal Field Spell. All right, we've got our pieces and we are good to go. Slam this down, get the bounces back to the hand. Slam down, pay our life points. Get our next piece to our hand. I'm glad the dueling book can pair the random for you. Like, this is actually good. So now we're getting the Rebirth here. The fact that we can just go ahead and shuffle back 1 is pretty good, because now we can rotate our other piece here as we need be. As you can see, the entire beaming down here. All right, well, we don't want to die to an Exciton Knight again. Lordly Low coming down into a barrel. All right, go ahead and Lordly Low. We're going to go ahead and get our flip here. They're going to go ahead and chain the Purge. We're going to go ahead and chain our next piece here. All right, gotta love this, man. So now we'll go ahead and get our chains. We'll go ahead and get negated. Just kidding. We've got the targeting protection here. We'll get the rip out of the opponent's hand so they lose their Super Poly. We're going to see Exciton Knight coming down again. I am glad to see that we did put the preventative measures here, but it's fine. We go ahead and take care of our problem, aka the Book of Moon does its job on the whale. That's why I love the whale. And then we just see, you know, it's crazy. We just have the set 3 here, and we drew the ball. We had the counterplay. They just didn't have a board to develop to actually make it matter. So you're going to see the placement here. Go ahead and set our first piece. Go ahead and set our second piece here. And we'll go ahead and pay our life points now. Getting that protection set up is pretty good, but that's fine. They go ahead and purge that. Probably the best place to purge. Alright, well, time to pay more life points. No more negates. Alright, cool. Well, we'll just go ahead and grab our piece here. We're going to get drolled here, which is going to be a little bit inconvenient, but that's fine. We'll go ahead and place up our whale here. And now we can go ahead, attempt. We go ahead and get blasted by the impulse. We'll get our set piece, and we'll get 3k in. And we're maintaining these counters without field spell, which is pretty solid. They're only getting one card, but I mean, they do get a barrel here, which we are on Immortia and Pixia here, so I mean, we're not bad. We have the targeting protection up and running. That's the only thing we care about here. They're going to get their normal. All right, here comes the Redoer to slam in. All right, well, time to go ahead and float off. All right, they're going to go ahead and Dimensional Barrier to cut us off, but unfortunately, they lose the game because that is just how it works. But congratulations to Enneacraft pulling this off. Now, there's something else I wanted to show for this video. We do get the chance to see the mirror match here. Now, this was something that I've been wanting to see because I was curious to know, like, is the mirror match like an absolute horror fest? You know, is it going to be as bad as you imagine? Our opponent across the table, I've seen a couple of their other games. Dogmatica Punishment is a good card to want to play for this. My main concern is it feels very bricky for what you're kind of seeing in this style of environment. And that does kind of worry me a little bit about wanting to play Punishment. It seems good on paper. So we're going to see the Extract coming down here. We're going to go ahead and get our draw 2. All right, well, we can just go ahead and do Enneacraft cards here. All right, go ahead. We're revealing for our field spell, which gives our opponent the knowledge we've got our other piece, which I don't know if that would have been the best call. I'm going to go ahead and grab up the release here. All right, just got to make sure you have all of the key components. Now, so our problem here is we have to burn our other search on the placement of that. But now we're telling our opponent, hey, here's this. All right, we got our piece. Go ahead and scale it up. We're going to get a set 4 here. But I mean, like, the whale's not going to do too much. I mean, we'll have to kind of force it up. And the fact we're rotating our scales, too, is a little bit weird. So go ahead and reveal all of our pieces. Keep revealing the same one. All right, you're not telling your opponent what you've got. All right, and go ahead and set. But now you're just on one scale, so it's a little bit weird. So we'll go ahead. Imagine not having to read all of them. So go ahead and beam down our pieces here. So now we can go ahead and kind of rotate along here. So now we're going to see the chainings here of the pieces. All right, so go ahead and get those rips off of the field, which is so strong in this matchup. All right, so we'll go ahead and grab up our pieces here. Congratulations, we are established. Now, I mean, we will get a rip here, which is fine. It's not the worst thing in the world. We can kind of navigate around this, I think. Still got to deal with 3 face down cards, though, which is a problem. All right, so go ahead and spin back the 3 to draw. Ooh, that's spooky dogwood. All right, could be big. All right, so we see the chains here. We're going to go ahead and get the bounce 3 here, which we're just taking away all this progress that the opponent's getting. All right, so we are going to see the burn there. All we got to do is establish some pieces and just get in burn damage, which, I mean, field spell here is going to get us to where we need to be. All right, and then, yeah, you see the concession there. So I guess the mirror match is just how much burn can you build up off of the card. All right, so we are going to see, once again, going first here, we're going to establish the paying of the life. We have a full house of good Enneacraft cards down here, man. I tell you what, you got to get the whale here. The fact we've already got field spell too is really good. Slam down field spell. All right, get the full bounce back. All right, go ahead and we're gonna reveal for Orgia. All right, Orgia. We have the good card now. All right, so set them all and just end on a decent amount of life. All right, I mean, we can do this. All right, time to go ahead and reveal. They're gonna go ahead and grab up the rebirth here. We'll get our set. All right, we'll go ahead and get the chain here. It's chain central. Nice release. All right, so just navigating around a chessboard at this point. So we'll go ahead and see paying the life. They're going to go ahead and attempt to get a search here to rip out of our hand, which is fine. There is going to be some major burning coming here in a little bit. All right, they're going to pierce the card. That's fine. We have the other piece here, so we should be able to navigate and get something here, I would feel like. Slam down field spell, kick back. Alright, go ahead. We're going to get Book of Eclipsed for the full field. Uh-oh. That's a stinky. And here comes the chain up again. Alright, grabbing up the Albleon. Alright, we'll go ahead and reveal our own for the Lion, which is pretty good. Alright, and then of course they do pierce our hand. Go ahead and set. Alright. So we go ahead and get our burns here. We'll go ahead and see the chain of that. And then all of the triggers that follow. Alright, go ahead and bounce up. As you see on our chessboard here, we're going to go ahead and rip back ours. Alright, and then of course it's whale time. Alright, well, and we get some draw power here. It's so good. Well, can our opponent find a way to burn us for the minuscule amount of life? Scales up here. Go ahead and see the rip apart there for the main phase. Go ahead and get our shuffle back. Alright, for the draw 3. The fact they didn't get their field spell is bad news. That's insane. Go ahead and place up the whale. Alright, everything to attack mode. We'll go battle phase. Slam on in. We just need to get some things slipped face up here. We're going to see the whale go ahead and reset our field. And then field spell, rip apart for game. That was amazing to watch. That was very interesting. So what do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And I'll see your beautiful faces back here in day, guys. Patrons! Thank you!
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.